swarmers, welcome back to the hive. It's always nice to see you here. If you haven't gotten around to it yet, make sure you click that all-important subscribe button right here, and why not hit the little bell too, so you're always the first to know when we drop a new video. There's no denying that the EV market, or electric vehicle market, has been steadily increasing over the past few years. But there's also no denying that it needs a firm kick up the backside to get where we need it to be in order to detangle ourselves from big oil. So it's lucky then that we've had a slew of clever people working to iron out some of the initial issues with EVs and therefore their slow uptake. Let me qualify this statement. While the uptake has been slow in the United States, Australia and Latin America, it's been bubbling along very nicely throughout Europe and on fast forward in China. According to the International Council on Clean Transportation, EV sales in Europe grew 143% in 2020 compared to 2019. Taking EV purchases to 11% of total vehicle sales. And by 2035, the expectation is that 100% of new cars sold in Europe will be electric. While in China, the growth of EV sales in 2021 compared to 2020 hit 160%, totaling 3.4 million vehicles. Conversely, in the US in 2021, EVs made up only 3% of total vehicles sold. And in Australia and Peru, it was even worse, with only 1.9% and 1% of new vehicle sales going to EVs respectively. One of the major concerns around EVs is so-called range anxiety, meaning potential owners are put off by the low distances which can be covered on one battery charge. And with charging infrastructure also being slow to take off, this concern is valid for many folks. Things which affect the driving range of an EV are speed, topography, traffic conditions, vehicle weight, ambient temperature, and battery materials. And there really is only one of those which the driver can control. So there's the need to have assurance of getting from A to B despite bad traffic and hilly terrain. InsideEVs online mag recently tested 27 EVs to ascertain the driving range. The shortest distance was 51 miles and the longest was 500. Based on their real-life driving experience, the average EV will get you about 240 miles. The real key in improving this performance is the battery technology. This is expected to not only be a determining factor of price of new vehicles, batteries currently make up about 1/4 to 1/3 of the cost of a vehicle, but also outline the possible performance. Batteries will soon be as responsible for brand differentiation as unique vehicle body shape. While much of the work on new battery tech is happening in China, the US Department of Energy and the Biden administration are trying to ensure that there's plenty of action in the United States too. A recent announcement for nearly $3 billion, which is being invested to support battery materials refinement, manufacturing facilities, energy storage and recycling facilities to safely manage the end of battery life, was a welcome announcement. And this is in addition to the $7 billion announced as part of the bipartisan infrastructure bill to support R&D of new battery technology along the whole supply chain of raw material mining, second life applications for batteries, and recycling of battery components to be fed back into the supply chain. The private sector, likely bolstered by the government funding, has been injecting money to the cause as well. General Motors announced an investment of $7 billion, which will allow a new battery cell plant, major expansion to their vehicle manufacturing, and importantly, 4,000 new jobs. The company plans to sell only electric passenger vehicles by 2035. So let's explore some of this new battery tech. Once upon a time, it was thought that batteries should be made of sodium. Sodium ionizes easily, letting go of one of its electrons. If put inside batteries, the ions move back and forth between two plates with opposite charge, thereby generating a current. Although sodium is light, lithium is lighter and easier to work with, so lithium was soon the gold standard of battery tech. But a company in China, CATL, is trying to give sodium another chance. From 2023, they'll be placing sodium cells beside lithium cells in EV battery packs. Not only is sodium less expensive than lithium, it performs better in cold weather and there's less likelihood of global shortages. Lithium is a non-renewable resource, located only in very specific places, requiring a challenging mining process. Sodium, on the other hand, is very easy to come by. Factorial Energy, a startup based in Woburn, Massachusetts, which just emerged from stealth mode in 2021, are working to upgrade the lithium-ion battery's liquid electrolyte, which is the substance allowing the electrons to travel between the electrodes. They're using a polymer material similar to plastic instead of the liquid. This solid-state battery has a 50% higher energy density, meaning they are lighter but offer longer driving range, and they dramatically reduce the risk of fire, which is sometimes associated with the lower flash point of standard lithium-ion batteries. Another Woburn-based company, but in contrast this one is 10 years old, called SES, are building lithium metal batteries using a pure lithium electrode to replace lithium-ion technology. The benefit is once again higher energy density, in fact twice that of lithium-ion batteries, meaning twice the driving range for the same weight of battery. Lithium metal batteries aren't a new idea, but they've had the issue of losing integrity after only a few charging cycles. SES claim that they've worked out the fix to this and have therefore collected quite a number of high-profile car manufacturers as investors, like General Motors, Honda and Hyundai. The battery manufacturing plant, which will be the largest in the world for lithium metal batteries, is set to open in 2023 in Shanghai, China. General Motors have also invested in another company based in South Korea and called LG Chem, the same LG that you know from electronics, to come up with an NMCA battery containing aluminium called Lithium. These boast the highest nickel and lowest cobalt content of any other battery, and that's important as cobalt is expensive, rare, and often comes with horrendous violations of human rights. The cells can be stacked either vertically or horizontally in the battery pack and feature a wireless battery management system to maintain balance within the battery cell groups. This obtains optimal performance and longevity, i.e. driving range. A team at the University of Michigan is using Recycledkevlar, the incredibly strong heat-resistant synthetic fibre used in bulletproof jackets and a lot of other things, to form a network of nanofibers, which can be used in lithium-ion batteries to overcome the limitations around battery life cycles. Although this doesn't address the range anxiety, it's a potentially important development for overall battery life, which is hugely impactful for reducing the need for recycling and repurposing of battery components. These are just some of the exciting and powerful developments in the EV-specific battery world. There's also excellent work on battery storage and large-scale systems being done, which could solve size, durability, reliability, and longevity concerns. So we hope you're feeling all tingly and electrified about the possibility of our future being electric. Thanks so much for joining us, Swarmers. As always, great to have you here. Stay safe, stay sustainable, and see you next time.